Welcome to the next lecture of HTML basic coding. This lecture would be about HTML layout design. I will give you a complete guide about how to create a basic HTML to advanced level design. By seeing this video, you will become able to build a basic website, and it will really help you out to then making some smart tablets. So this is a really important topic, and I want the attention of you all because it will really help you in the future. We will discuss today that how we can build a basic design layout in HTML. We will use some CSS coding with HTML, although we will then focus on the responsive designs in the next video. But in today's lecture we will get to know that how we can build a basic design through only HTML and CSS. We will also set its viewport basically through HTML and CSS. But this is the one way that we can build website. There are two other more ways. One is through flex, and the third one is through grid view. Grid view works in responsive designing bootstrap. We will discuss later. I will try to make a video about it, and we will also discuss flex view. But today we will only focus on HTML and CSS because in order to build our basics, it's really important. So I have opened a default code. You may be aware of this, that how to create head and body and HTML tag, how to use them. So it's really simple. So let's start our code. For example, I want to create my web page. So my web page will contain certain sections. It may contain header, it may have different sections, for example navigation or menu bar. It may have the main article body or content body. It may have the footer. So first, if we create a header, then for this we use the element or tag header. This will create header for us. If I use h2 for my heading, and let's say that this is Tech Geek channel. Now if I launch it in Chrome, so as you can see that this is our header, but now we will format it. How to do it? First we will create certain sections, and then we will format our different elements. The next important element is section. In an HTML layout design, you have a main element by the name of section. In section, we use different subsections. For example, if I want to create a navigation bar or a menu bar, then I will use the element nav. For instance, I want to create menu items. So for this we will use ul unordered list. We have covered unordered list in our previous lectures. So as you can see that now it's become useful for us, and it's in use in the practical mode. So you may be aware that we can create list items with li. So for example, let me create some list items. And if I give it some data, HTML, CSS, Java, and for instance JavaScript. So as you can see that we have created our menus. You may have seen different websites in which menus are clickable. Like when you click on certain menu, it take you to that page where you can see the specific data related to that menu. In that case, we want our items to be clickable. How we can do it? You will have make links to them, hyperlinking. We have discussed this also. So how to use hyperlinking? For example, by default, I am not giving any page here now. You can use the name of the page instead of hash where you want to redirect it. So in this way, our list item would be linkable. As you can see that now they are linkable, but it will not go to any page because I haven't given anything or any page link. So we have created navigation bar also. There is another element by the name of article. Article is basically used for the web page center body. If you want to embed some text element, you can give it in the article element. For example, I want to embed some heading and some paragraphs. This is HTML coding basics from HTML coding from basics to advanced level. So this is our heading, and for our paragraph we will actually go to generate some lorem ipsums. So this is our paragraph. So we have created the article element in our web page. As you can see that this is the heading and this is our text. The last important element in a web page is footer. In almost every websites there are footer. In footer we can give some important information such as contact details, copyright details, channel name, these kind of things. So for instance, if I give it some copyrights belongs to Tech Geek. So this is our footer. So we have created the footer. Now let's jump to format our different elements. Our first element is basically header. So in order to format it, we will use the name header and open and closing brace. So I will give it some background color property. Another one I can use text align property. The third one we can use padding, and the fourth one we can use some coloring. So for background color, let me go to HTML color codes and take some code. So if I take this color, so let me use this color, and I want my text to be aligned to the center in the header, and let us give it a padding of 30 pixels, and my text to be let me take some good color. Let us take this one. So as you can see that our header has got a background color and the text color as well. Now we will do some important formatting to our navigation element and our article element. This is because we want our web page to be in a specific layout and design. We want to adjust its alignment and these kind of things. So for this, let me use a navigation element, and I want my navigation element to take, for example, the width 30%, and for instance background color, I will give it some color, text alignment, some paddings, and some height. If I use this color for my navigation bar, then I think it will be good. And I want my text to be aligned to center, and some padding, for example 20 pixel padding, and let's say that we want to give it 300 pixel height, or we can say that 350, for example. So now as you can see that our navigation bar has taken some area with specific height and width, and the menus are inside them. So we have created the navigation bar. Although there are some websites in which navigation bar is horizontal, but we can also create it in such a way. This is a new format, so you can also use this format. I have used the height property. Usually we do not do in this way. We do not use height in this way because it's not a proper way. There may be certain devices on which your height will not be acceptable. There may be devices which would have the height of 200 pixel, or maybe 100 pixel, or maybe 1000 pixels. In that case this height would not work. We will set it to some default value so that it may become fit on every device. So for this purpose we use responsive designs, which we will cover in our next video and really important, and we will use medias for it, and responsive layouts which are called grid views. So for instance, in order to understand the concept, you should know that how we can manually give height to our elements. So let me make it 375 so it will become more fit. In the same way I want to give some CSS to my article as well. For example, I want to set its width to 70% and background color, let me set some background color, and then text align, some padding and height. So let me take some good background color. For example, if I take this light gray one, then it would be good. I'm using this light background and the text to be aligned to center and giving 20 pixel of padding, and the height would be the same in order to make it the same with the navigation bar. So you can see that we have created our article, our content area, but this is not adjusted, which I will teach you in this video, which is my main objective to tell you that how you can set this website or web page now. But first I will give some CSS to my footer as well. Let us give it some background color. Maybe I can give some dark one, for example this one, and the color of the text to be white, text align to be center, font size to be, for example, 20 pixel, and we can say that padding should be 15 pixels. Now, so as you can see that we have created our footer as well. Let me resize it to 10 pixels and padding to be 5 pixels. So this is our footer, this is our header, this is our navigation bar, and this is our article or content area. The navigation bar and the article is in the section. Both of them are combined in the section. Header and footer are separate areas. So this is our main layout and design. Now we will adjust, but first I want my menus to look more good. So for this I will come to my CSS and I will say that navigation and in navigation we have link tag and then li tag, then ul and then li tag, or we can simply use ul tag. So if I say that list style type, list style type to be none, so let us see. If I say that under the navigation I want to remove the style type from my ul, so as you can see that it has been removed. After it, for example, Then for example I want to give some formatting to my list items. Then I will say that under navigation I have UL unordered list, and under it I have list items, so I want to give it some CSS. How I will do it? For example, I want to say that the font size should be 15 pixels. There should be some padding, for example 10 pixels, and let me set its color. For example, if I give it a color, if I give them this color, let us see. So now as you can see that our menus has been formatted. Let me increase the font size by, for example, 25 pixels, or for example 20 pixel would be enough. So these are our menus. Now I will adjust my website layout by using certain CSS properties. The first important one which I want to use is box sizing. I want to use it on my all elements, so I am using, you can say, static. By using static, open and closing brace, and then I am saying then box sizing to be border box. What does it mean? It means that I want to give padding to my all the elements and border to it also. By box sizing border box, I mean that I want to give border to my all the elements in my web page and also default padding to them. You will see the effect when I refresh it. As you can see that it has got some default size and it has been adjusted here, and you can see here as well. But still our website is not adjusted the element to its proper positions. So for this we will use another property, and which is, in my section I have all the elements, or in my section I have the navigation and article elements. So I am saying that in the section after, what does it mean? I will tell you, don't worry. And I am saying that my all content, I want to apply this thing to my all the content. So for this I am using content colon double quotes. My all content to be displayed or to be displayed in a table form. I want it to be displayed in a table form and adjusted all the element to its position. How? To clear both. Like in my section I have two elements, one is article and another one is navigation. So I want both of them to be positioned to their own places. So for this I am using the property clear both. What will clear both do? That it will actually align these two elements to their own positions and will not merge in each other. And after it I will say that my nav bar will actually float or position to the left, and my article will be also positioned to the left. So now if we use clear both property, it would mean that the article and the navigation bar would position to their places and will not merge into each other. So let us run it. So as you can see that this is our menu bar, this is our article, this is our footer, and this is our header. Now I want to increase the height of my two elements, article and navigation bar, in order to set it. For example, if I give it 400 pixels and my navigation bar also to 400 pixels, still it's not enough, so we'll give it some more height. For example, 420 pixels and 420 pixels. Although this is not a proper way, we will study grid view and flex views, but in HTML we do it in this way. We have created our main layout of HTML, and you have get the idea of how to create a main layout in HTML. Now you can create different links to your menus, and you can embed your content here. By using certain links you can then create certain other pages, and this is our footer. So in the next lecture we will also take our this web page to the next higher and advanced level. We will try to use some advanced level features, and I will tell you that how you can create full-fledged professional template. Take care and thanks for now. Bye bye.